So in this video, I wanted to take a quick look at the Fisher Space Pen PR series pressurized ballpoint pen refills. The refill you almost always see from Fisher is this one right here. It's called the PR4. I think it just means pen refill 4. It's usually in black. It's usually in that medium size, and it's usually in this gold body. If you were to buy a pen like this, like the HE7 or the CH4, and open it up, you would almost always see that PR4. And there you go. It's a solid refill. It's mainly very versatile to write with. I don't really feel like it's super pleasant to write with. It feels a little draggy to me, but it definitely gets the job done. And again, pressurized, works in underwater, all sorts of different conditions. I recently acquired this refill, and this is the broad size, and this is the PR1B. It's blue, unlike the black one, but that isn't the point. The point is that this is the broad tip as opposed to the medium tip. It's also silver, and I don't know if that's because it's broad or because it's blue, but there you have it. So I was excited to test this out because as many of these Fisher pens, these space pens that I've had, and it's more than a few, I've always just used the medium tip and then replaced it with a different one, different medium tip, or hacked something that wasn't from Fisher to put in there. But this is my first time with the Fisher space pen refill in the broad, or they call it a bold, but there you have it. And here's the packaging. There's not much to it. It looks exactly the same. Blue, bold. Comes with this little piece here, and you're gonna wanna save this, and all this does is it converts it from this Fisher's weird size to a Parker G2 compatible, so you can put it into your jotter or what have you. No other real details or differences from the other one, just the model, and then in this case, the color. So I want to do a quick comparison. Well, first of all, there you can see the that sort of bronzy gold versus the silver. I don't think that really matters, but there you have it. And as for the tip, I guess maybe you could tell that this one on here on the left is a little bit rounder, just barely. Like the angle is a little bit less steep, which would indicate a wider ball at the end there. So I'm not really sure the size. Fisher doesn't seem to say what size it is, whether it's a 1.0 millimeter or whatever. They don't say. Okay, now onto the writing sample. And I do have, again, the standard PR4 in here. So, and this is a Fisher Space Pen PR4. Actually, this is writing pretty nicely. I guess sometimes I don't love these as much, so I'm so used to gel pens, but this is putting down a nice line. Can't really complain about that. And we will move over to the broad now. I will say that the broad or bold, whatever you want to call it, is newer. So sometimes that will affect how it feels. But with a pressurized refill, I don't think it should make a huge difference. And now we'll move over to the Fisher Space Pen Bold. And a little line comparison. The bold or the broad feels more draggy to me. And you're not getting a huge line. First of all, we'll see the comparison. There's the PR4 in the medium. There's the broad. It's not a lot bigger. It's definitely bigger. And we'll see you're looking at these two right here. The blue is broader than the black, but not by a huge amount. I don't see that and feel like it's a giant difference. Now we'll move over. Let's see what we have here. This has a 1.6 millimeter Bic refill in it. And we'll do this line here. So top and bottom are 1.6 millimeter Bics. Here is the fissure in the broad or bold, whatever you want to call it. And then here's the fissure in the medium. So noticeable difference in those two, not gigantic. Then you move up to the Bic and the 1.6, and now you have a really broad or bold line. And I'll do another video about the Bic at a later date. What I really wanted to do was a comparison between the different fissure options here, because I know these are interesting refills, and obviously they're paired with some really cool pens from Fisher. So between the two, I would say the difference is not huge. Interesting to have an option, but I would definitely recommend the medium for my money. The writing feels a lot smoother on the medium, and then you're not getting a lot of a difference in the line quality. So just how I feel. If you're using the broad or the bold, I'd be curious to hear about it in the comments. So thanks for watching, and now you know.